Alright, my speech is on insider trading, why it should be legally legalized, or immediately legalized. Why does the law care who gains from trading when somebody with superior information inevitably will, and why should the law punish those who make markets work better? This quote's from Henry Manny from his book, Insider Trading in the Stock Market. Insider trading has cost many investors millions of dollars and a few people to spend the rest of their lives in jail without the investors hurting any other individual, and all they did was use information provided to them by the company they work for to buy and sell a stock. There's insider trading has there's two parts to insider trading. One is legal and one's illegal. Legal insider trading is when corporate insiders, officers, directors, and employees buy and sell stock in their own companies. When corporate insiders trade in their own securities, they must report it to the trades to the SEC, which is the Security Exchange Commission. Illegal insider trading refers generally to buying or selling a security in breach of a fiduciary duty or other relationship of trust and confidence, while in possession of material, non-public information about the security. Insider trading violations may also include tipping such information, securities trading by the person tipped, and securities trading by those who misappropriate such information. These definitions were taken from the Security Exchange Commission website. Security Exchange Commission, also known as the SEC, is the body of government that regulates the stock market and persecutes investors that break any laws pertaining to buying or selling stock. I believe all forms of insider trading should be legalized due to many reasons I will tell you about shortly. But the main point, all the reasons come back to, is that insider trading would actually make the stock market more efficient. The first reason why insider trading needs to be immediately legalized is insiders trading on non-public information will actually help reduce the number of stock market scandals, such as Enron, and you see some of it in The Wolf of Wall Street, the movie, and what actually occurred in real life. If employees of corrupt companies knew non-public information that could never be released to the public, such as a Ponzi scheme, the employees would easily sell all the stocks they own in the company because they know once the company's malpractices are found out by the public, the company would be shut down and they'll lose all the value in the stocks and lose tons of money when the company goes bankrupt. So Insider trading would also help the individual investor, as everyone would want to follow the insider's trades to reap the benefits. This is essentially create ETFs that follow what company insiders are doing, and individual investors will put their money in them due to them having the highest return with the lowest risk. This would help create a more efficient market. The market will be able to be more efficiently priced assets because it would essentially eliminate trading on non-public information for everyone, as the insiders know the true value of the company, and the outsiders will be able to follow the insiders' trades, allowing the market to set equilibrium prices, making it ultimately more efficient. Another advantage to legalizing insider trading is companies' directors, CEOs, and officers could be compensated in other ways than just a huge salary. Right now, most CEOs and officers receive huge salaries whether the company is performing well or not. This would essentially eliminate that problem and also lower the company's salaries expenses. CEOs would be compensated by receiving shares of the company instead of a large paycheck. This would create this incentive for the CEO to run the company as efficiently as possible, so the shares increase in value, benefiting the CEO and the company's investors. This also would lower the company's expenses by not having to pay huge salaries, but instead offering the CEO shares, which the company could essentially create for pennies on the dollar instead of paying the CEO a couple $1 million right out of the company's revenues. The last two reasons why insider trading should be made legal is because it already occurs and it is almost impossible to catch. The New York Times released a study that went out saying in 2014 the SEC filed insider trading actions against 111 individuals or entities, naming 44 of them in administrative proceedings, while the Department of Justice only brought criminal charges to 20 of these individuals or entities. That's a conviction rate of only 18% of the known inside traders by the SEC. They truly viewed this as such a horrible crime where people were being victimized. Wouldn't they persecute all 111? The fact is they simply cannot prove the trades were illegal. Most of the time, the information is an intangible asset that is transferred word of mouth. How is it possible for a courtroom to judge when these individuals received the information? Nonetheless, they advertised insider trading as a major crime, hurting millions of people and making it seem like an evil act in the public eye. Insider trading is a victimless crime. Investors usually put tons of research into the company's stocks they want to buy and should be long-term investors to unlock true value in the stock market. These investors set their minds on buying a stock, and when you buy the stock, and they set their mind to whether or not some bad publicity is coming out, or they know the insider trade or the non-public information. Even if they did, they probably still would go ahead and buy the stock because they're long-term investors, and one bad article is not going to deter them from buying the stock. An insider buying or selling a stock does not harm outside investors because the outside investor would most likely buy or sell that stock even if they knew the same information as insider, because they are all long-term investors again. So if no one is getting hurt, why should it be a crime at all? The last reason insider trading should be illegal is because the U.S. senators are actually already allowed to trade, or use inside information to trade. And they have here's a chart showing the average annual stock performance by average investors, corporate and insiders, U.S. senators, and U.S. House of Representatives. As you can see, the U.S. senators have the highest return at 12.3%. This is from 1993 to 1998. And they actually are the ones who kind of create the laws. They know the laws before the public do, and they're allowed to trade on that information before the public even knows that it's coming out or what's going on with that. So if the U.S. senators can trade on this information, why can't that? Or if the U.S. senators can trade, why can't everyone else? Why should it be illegal? I hope these reasons have opened your mind to the possibilities that could be achieved by legalizing insider trading. The market would be more efficient, causing less risk on your investment, making everyone happy. Go out and write to your government officials and let's get insider trading legalized.